Hello, good morning, and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge we have from 1975. James Foxe Canadian whiskey with natural flavors. All right. Well, I don't know if we started on time. It looked like this. I don't know what's going on. Welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. All right, now is it working? All right. Get it together. Google, YouTube. James Foxe Canadian blended whiskey introduced in 1975. Looked like they haven't changed the label since 1975. By Seagram's. It was a Seagram's brand. And I read a New York Times newspaper article about the introduction of this. The New York Times, all the news that fits the agenda. All right, so there's the Foxe. James Foxe, a real person, not a famous person, but anyway. Sold to Sazerac in 1989. They still own it today, made by Sazerac Canada. See it at Total Wine and More. I see it at Discount Depot. I see it nowhere in this town, nowhere in this parish, but here and there around New Orleans, because I'm 25 miles west of New Orleans. So it's not exactly popular, but you might run across it. This is a liter glass bottle. And you can find the 750 milliliter glass bottles and in the plastic handle and the plastic smaller, 375, 200, 150, so on. I don't know what Seagram's was thinking, like this was going to be a big hit, but it wasn't, I don't guess. And 14 years later, they sold it to Sazerac. Another one they introduced wasn't really a hit either. It was called Eagle Rare, 10-year aged Kentucky blended whiskey. Scary, huh? That was sold to Sazerac in '89. A lot of people don't realize Eagle Rare was started by Seagram's. It was a Seagram's brand, just like Benchmark. And apparently Benchmark has a whole new lineup today with many different variations. I saw somebody talking about that. I got to check that out. Benchmark. But here is the Crown Royal Blender's Mash. Thank you, John Anile, for this 375 milliliter bottle. Not much left, but that's all right. I got a backup bottle for $7.50. He got this for a great price, $7.50, $7.50. The normal price, $15. He got it half price. No age statement, aged in American oak. Not remarkable. Most Canadian whiskeys aged in American oak. They got the bottle number, which is not important. All right, they're both 40% alcohol, 80 proof. CR, Crown Royal. Introduced in 2018, and it looks like it's being discoed in 2020. Discontinued. No big deal because actually, well, that's it for this bottle, so bye-bye. I'll be breaking out the new one tomorrow. Tuesday. Won't have time tomorrow. Tomorrow's Multi-Monday. Today's Stout Sunday at 9:30 Central. Good morning, sir, says Casey Phantom 209. Good morning to you. Had to turn this lamp on because Dawn was never busting loose anymore at this time due to daylight stink and savings time. Another government mandate. They even manipulate time. Okay. That's not really enough for this challenge. I need just a tad bit more, I think. Don't say, I know you just want to drink. Nope. I just want to get the challenge done correctly. Yeah. Well, you get to see it live on the air. The breakout. All right, that didn't take long. Good morning, says Daryl Macias. Good morning, Daryl. Here is the bourbon mash. So some bottles say blenders, some say bourbon. But I bought this one at Mathern's, and this is the last one, the second to last one left. Because the distributor told me there's no more coming in, and it's not on their portfolio list, you know, where they can pick from restock. He said, it's not there. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, there's a canvas bag. This is the big bag. Some people that they say use these bags for like keeping things in, like change or dice. I think it would work very well. Well, maybe I will, because nah, it'll dry rot. I was thinking like I could put like screws or something in it, nuts and bolts. I did just tear it through the bag. I'm not a hoarder. I'll just throw it away eventually. I used to be kind of like that. One day I went through the house and I said, all right, anything that is not going to ever be used is going in the trash. And I had all these books, children's books. I said, question, is anybody going to read these? Answer, nope. Second question, is anybody else interested in having these books? Answer, no. So the determination was to throw them all in the trash. You say, you threw away books. Yep. I know libraries that do it. Okay. You know, there's got to be someone who wants it. And then all this other stuff I had in this house. I was, you know, ever going to use it? No, gone, 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 gone. No, and I don't feel bad about it. Okay, this should be enough. But let's make sure. Still not. Now it's starting to get irritating. Well, this is a dribbly. I don't like the way this bottle is designed. You hear design for speed. This thing is like designed for dribble. And well, I guess this 375 is the same way. One thing I got to say about those handle bottles is that they have a built-in pour in it. Never dribbles, and it always pours out perfect. Except it'll pour out too fast, you know. Be like you pouring a beer, you can't drink all that. Don't need tags, really. You have to wipe that up. Don't need tags because one is gold and one is amber. As you can see, the bourbon mash is darker. That's it. Now, if that doesn't work, boy, this dribbling is driving me crazy. I'm sorry this taste challenge is so ragged. It's supposed to work out great. I had everything set up so nice. Was that Murphy's Law? Yeah, but I did get to finish watching the baseball highlights, ESPN with their horrible highlights. So now I got to go to MLB.com for the final 8 games I wanted to look at. And that's going to be all long 4 or 5 minute highlights. They're better, sure, more comprehensive, but it seems like forever. But ESPN, you'd be lucky if the video's a minute long. Yeah, they had a game, Dodgers and Diamondbacks. This guy got a home run. This one got 5 innings, no hits. All right, that's it. Now back to this social cause. I don't even know why it's a sports network. They kind of don't talk about sports too much unless it's in the context of some social cause. Are they trying to make these cheeky jokes that they think are funny? You know, I guess Chris Berman started all that back in 1979 with kind of like sort of like what you call glib humor. Okay, he was okay with it. He did okay, went too far with it. Then it became very trite and kind of grate on your nerves. But all the other imitators try to copy him, and that just falls flat. They think it's funny. They are not funny. What a train wreck of a network. But anyway, I knew it was going to be like that once old WD bought it. When they said WD buys ESPN, I say, uh-oh. Well, they bought ABC, American Bolshevik Corporation. I say, uh-oh. I can predict where this is going to go. And I was, interestingly, 100% correct. Just like with National Geographic magazine. I hit the bullseye on that prediction. Okay, this is the bourbon mash. You say, how can you guess that fast? Well, because I know what Sazerac Canadian whiskeys smell like, and this is not what they smell like, because they do not smell like bourbon, and that does. The charred oak, the heavy charred oak. Yeah, this smells like that. Johnny Neely calls it almond extract. I don't know what it is. I say nut oil, like a pecan oil. You can buy pecan oil at the store. I don't know. It's strange. But I can't say it's a bad aroma. But you'd never smell that, to my thinking, you would never smell that in an American whiskey. You know, a United States of America whiskey. Maybe in British North America, you know, Canada, formerly known as British North America. But you know what I'm saying. They have some very unique, well, they have unique flavors, strange flavors. If you want to say aberrant flavors, but I like them. I guess Canadian whiskey is the whipping boy of the whiskey world. People love to slag on it. It's almost like their second tier hobby. I mean, okay, you don't like it. You know, do you really have to talk about it 29 hours a day? We get it. You don't like it. It's not a threat. All right, so now for whatever, I'm gonna reveal it. It's the bourbon mash. I'm gonna reveal it clearly. Knew it wasn't going to be a challenge. This is a challenge in name only. It's a tasting experience or compare and contrast. There's no kind of challenge. You would never get them mixed up unless you just never tried either one before. But even that wouldn't make sense because the thing is saying bourbon mash, you know where they're going with that. So you're going to say, well, that's the bourbon. You're never going to think this is the bourbon mash. I don't even think you need experience to get these right. Now, the personal now let's go which one's better. Well, I'm going to already say I think the Crown Royal Bourbon Mash is better. It's a really weird experience out here. We got a tropical storm coming through or clipping us, but it rained for over 24 hours. So you get these tropical winds from the Gulf of Mexico, very humid with rain. This light, it's usually light, misty rain, but it goes on all day. But then there's a cold front coming through from the northwest, like it always does, blowing in dry air. But it didn't make tornadoes or anything because it's really not that cold. It's like a dry front, cooler. So it's strange. We get these north winds blowing in dry air, but then I hear rain coming. And that's so it's like they're hitting up against each other. They say that's why I don't know, that thing's going to get pushed to the side or something. Seemed like to me it would get pushed east, but instead of west. So that was charred oak, corn, and really that's it. Charcoal, charred oak, corn. You say, well, that's sound like bourbon. I know. It tastes like it. This, you're getting corn, but it's like sweet corn, much sweeter than this. And then they got this natural flavorings. And I've had some people tell me in the past, natural flavorings are not natural. And I'll say, yes, they are. I've read about them. They are natural. If they're not natural, they're artificial flavorings, which doesn't even mean harmful either. But I've had people just definitively say that it's not natural flavorings, it's fake. And I said, well, where do you get that? You know, if you can't provide a source, then you can't say it. I mean, you can say it, but you can't, verify it. I can provide the sources. I got the, it's called the Federal Food, the Food and Drug Administration. That's an official source. You may not like them, all right, but fine. But that is an official source because that's who certifies food coloring and artificial and natural flavors. I think they're using white rum in this. I think it has a distinct white rum flavor. Sazerac makes a whole lot of white rums, like Caliber, Ron Pontalba, Skull. Now, it doesn't taste like Skull because Skull is dry white. It's so dry. I don't think they would use that. This tastes like a sweet rum, like the Caliber. If you drink Caliber rum, I'm not saying it's really good. I'm not even recommending it per se. But if you buy Caliber, it's unlike anything I think you'll ever taste. It tastes like rock candy. Like you can almost feel like your teeth are rotting out while you're drinking. It's that sugary sweet. It's like cotton candy and rock candy. It's bizarre. It is bizarre. But if they put a little bit of it in this whiskey, then I think it would give it that flavor. And it's like a pecan oil or nut oil. They're allowed to use wine. I wouldn't be shocked. In fact, I would expect that they're using a little sherry in this. Now, that could be dry sherry because they probably don't want to go sweet on sweet. So they might be going super sweet, like Caliber rum, Caribbean silver, and then thrown in dry sherry, and then they're balancing them one to the other, and then they blend it, and then you get this. Now, did they blend it, then age it? I think they age it, then blend it. Most Canadian whiskeys are aged separately, then blended. So they got the rye whiskey there, the corn whiskey, which is the grain whiskey, the malt whiskey, and then all these flavors. And the wine has to be aged in small wood, they call it, which means wood barrels. And then they'll blend them after the aging and sell it. Black Velvet says theirs is better because they blend it together, then age it. Maybe a better idea, but it doesn't translate to being good in Black Velvet's case, to what I can see. That's another story. Beerhound, well, how'll do, Ronaroo? Well, how'll do to you in Southern California? Ooh. Now, which of these tastes better? Okay, let's think about this. The James Fox is $8.99 for a liter. A liter. The Blender's Mash $27.99 for a 750. Now, of course, it's a much more beautiful bottle. You can see that it's elegant. It's got a beautiful plastic cap. But you know what I'm saying? It looks like it's worth $27.99, and it tastes so good. The rich bourbon mash bill thing, the charred oak, and all of this. But it's smoother than bourbon, I think. I think they made a masterful product. It was just a real winner, I'm going to do some research. I don't have time right now, but on the Blender series, like, what is the story with that? Is there going to be another one? I mean, I'm honestly a little confused about that. And the website sure doesn't tell you anything. It just says this is another in the Blender series. But what is the Blender series? I mean, what's the point of it? It's confusing. And they made a video about it, which was also, I found, a little confusing. If you like sweet things, sweet corn, rum, sugar, and the nut oil, which I know it isn't nut oil, but it just tastes like. This might be better for you. Plus, you save a lot of money because you can get a whole liter for $8.99. If you're looking for a world-class whiskey, you know it ain't going to be a world-class whiskey for no $8.99. I know that. You know that. American people know that. But you still might like it. You know, you might say, yeah, I like it. I'm sure Total Wine & More doesn't have it on the shelf because they think it's not going to sell. I'm sure Discount Depot doesn't have it stocked because they think it's not going to sell. Somebody's buying it. I bought it. I bought a small bottle for my friend. He didn't care for it too much, but why would he? He always tells me he don't like Canadian whiskey, so I don't even know why I bought the thing. It's fine. I can't downgrade it. Would I recommend James Foxe? Yeah. I've seen it, like I said, about 5 different stores around here, but it's not ubiquitous. Crown Royal, yeah, everybody's going to sell that, of course, but not everybody's going to sell the Blender's Mash, and it doesn't look like anybody's going to sell it anymore at all after another couple of months. So if you want it, you better buy it so you can try it, and I would highly recommend it. We're talking about an A product here. This is a jewel. This is great. Is it the best Crown Royal I've ever tried? Yeah. Since I've only tried 2, it doesn't mean anything. I've tried Crown Royal, Fine Deluxe, the regular standard version, and this. So, I mean, you know, I got a long way to go. But so far, so good. So far, so good. James Foxe doesn't win. Is the Crown Royal worth that much more money? That's debatable. It's debatable. But it would probably win the debate. Yeah, I guess. I have no regrets paying $27.99 and getting this bottle. No regrets. It's doing the job. Doing the job. Contra-wise, I have no regrets for the James Foxe. It's doing the job at its price point. It does taste a bit above its price point. It's $8.99 a liter. If you drank it, you might think it's more like, say, $11.99 a liter. And that's not even that impressive. So it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And this one is outstanding. I mean, outstanding. Great. Beautiful product. Beautiful, beautiful. It's going to be beautiful like when you first got married. All right. So anyway, time for the news. 2 winners today. 2 winners. It's really a winner and a winner. Approach, conflict. Either choice you make is a winning choice, but I do favor the Crown Royal Bourbon Mash, but that could be more of a personal preference issue. Thanks for watching this video production. On to the news.